Good afternoon, everyone. Tonight I'm going to present my master's thesis. It's called Limiters and Drivers of Learning and Teaching Natural Sciences in a Bilingual Environment, Needs Analysis at Colegio Venecia IED in afternoon, middle, and high school. My name is Katherine Guantiva Reina. So as an introduction, we have that the school Colegio Venecia IED started its path towards a bilingual educational models map in the year 2014 through a methodology of CLIL. Then, in 2016, the British Council provided an analysis of the actual map that was going on in the school, and the results of that analysis was a list of suggestions that could be applied in order to boost the map at the school. In 2020, a global pandemic hit the world, so the processes of the bilingualism at the school had to be paused. In 2024, there was a massive change of the staff members because of the merit contest that was going on in the nation. So, right now, there is a need to analyze what has been done, what needs to be done, and what should not be done in the school in order to boost the map. So, three scenarios were um, research or were analyzed. The first one was international scenario, the second one was national context, the third one was local experience. And I'm going to talk about them later. And the final progress, the final um, produced, the project um, is to provide an action plan to boost the map in natural sciences at Colegio Venecia IED. So, as a problem statement, we have that the National Bilingualism Program was implemented from 2004 till 2019, and it's also called PMB for shorter. In the school, the process of the bilingualism started in 2014 through a methodology of CLIL. Then in 2016, the British Council provided an analysis, and the findings were that the curriculum for the implementation of MEP was inexistent. Second, the administrative and the academic structure to MEP was also inexistent. And third one, which was the positive result, was the elementary school, specifically in first graders, were all already implementing um, natural sciences as a bilingual subject. Then in 2020, the global pandemic hit the world and the process had to be temporarily stopped. Then in 2023, the creation of the sixth and seventh grades bilingual curriculum for natural sciences happened in the school. And also in that year, the ICFEST results came back that the two lowest subjects that the students from the school had were natural sciences and English. And then in 2024, there was a massive staff change. So, in the research question, we have what are the limiters and drivers of the learning and teaching of natural sciences in the bilingual environment of Colegio Venecia IED in the afternoon, middle, and high school? Specific questions. What are the present limiters of teaching and learning natural sciences in the bilingual setting of Colegio Venecia IED in the afternoon, middle, and high school? What are the present drivers of teaching and learning natural sciences in the bilingual setting of Colegio Venecia IED in the afternoon, middle, and high school? And what can be proposed to improve teaching and learning natural sciences in the bilingual setting of Colegio Venecia IED in the afternoon, middle, and high school? As research objectives, we have to determine what are the limiters and drivers of the learning and teaching of natural sciences in the bilingual environment of Colegio Venecia IED in the afternoon, middle, and high school. As specific objectives, we have identify present limiters of teaching and learning natural sciences in the bilingual setting of Colegio Venecia IED in the afternoon, middle, and high school. Identify present drivers of teaching and learning natural sciences in bilingual setting of Colegio Venecia IED in the afternoon, middle, and high school. And propose an action route or path to improve teaching and learning natural sciences in the bilingual setting of Colegio Venecia IED in the afternoon, middle, and high school. As theoretical framework, we have two main concepts. The first one is bilingualism, and the second one is CLIL. As bilingualism, we have two main definitions. The first one was control of two or more languages in a native-like level presented by Bloomfield in 1973. And the other one that I'm gonna be sticking with is a person knowing how to use more than one language to communicate without the need of having a native like proficiency in both languages. Garrafa 2023. And also, the bilingualism has multiple approaches, such as CVI, EMI, and bilingual teaching and English across the curriculum. And those approaches are linked to specific contexts and roots in history and philosophy where they were created. So, specifically in Colombia, we're going to be talking about CLIL. CLIL is defined as teaching the content of curricular subjects through the medium of a known native language. Uh, it was defined like that by a book of Cambridge. And there is another definition of CLIL that is educational setting where the medium of instruction is a different language to students' first language, as said by Dalton Puffer in 2007. When implementing CLIL, there are concerns and benefits. So the concerns are that less content could be taught to the students because of the foreign language barrier, and also that the reduced cognitive complexity would be a problem due to also the foreign language barrier. Even more, there are concerns specifically for the teacher's confidence in not only implementing English, but also trying to explain their subject and all their content in a different language. And also, classroom management could be a challenge too, because it is already difficult to manage a classroom in our native language. So, doing classroom management in a second language would be um, quite challenging. And then the benefits of applying CLIL are that the social and linguistic benefits, for example, multiculturality or recognition among their peers or academic opportunities to study abroad. As literature review, we have first in the international scenario that there was a trend of needs that must be met to a proper application or implementation of the bilingual program. So the support to the learning process through multiple resources was one of that. Then the context where the bilingualism was being implemented could provide different resources and policies that could directly affect or impact the bilingualism process. And also that the inclusivity had to be taken into account because due to the migration, it could affect not only the students but also their families. There were a common limiting factors such as lack of teachers' language support, insufficient English environment to the school, in the school, or shortage of bilingual learning materials. In the national context, we have that more criticisms than praises or proposals were done to the PMB, and it was because it did not reach the expected success with a study done in 2020 where 54% of the students reached only a level of A minus, which was the same to not being exposed to a foreign language at all. And then in the local experiences, there were common limiters and drivers presented among the schools that were reviewed. So, for example, in limiters, we have that the teacher's predisposition, lack of bilingual scenarios, lack of proper spaces and resources and trackers, teachers' training, and inequality of education could prevent the bilingualism program to be implemented. And then drivers, there was a specific one that it was fixed community goals to work as a community to implement the bilingualism program. Then the methodology for this study is first context, it was Colegio Iniciade. Then the participants were middle and high school students, natural sciences teachers, and teachers of the bilingual program. Then the research paradigm was mixed methods. Then the research design was needs analysis. Instruments applied were surveys, semi-structured interviews, classroom observations, and finally data analysis was data triangulation. So questions?